All right, welcome back, tasters, to another episode of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. We got a bottle I picked up in a discount cart for $22, and it is the Kentucky Owl, the Wiseman. I don't really know much about it, to be honest with you. I see that it's 90.8 proof. Whatever significance that holds, I don't know. But usually the Kentucky Owl stuff is
Pricey.
pretty up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look, I mean, even some of the cheapest stuff's it's usually around 100.
Yeah, that's on the low end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think other than this bottle, I think it's even the I've seen the prices come down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but the one I always try to get a hold of is the confiscated, and it's still like
Okay.
$140.
Wow.
They got like that red, the Tokaji barrel one. I think is
Okay.
the lowest price one now. I've seen it for like 110.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's distilled in Kentucky.
Yep, it says distilled in Kentucky, bottled by Kentucky Owl. So
It's got a
Bardstown?
cork in it. That's good.
Bardstown.
If it was
Yeah.
if it was a twist off cap, I was
I'll
going to
do
worry.
mine first.
Yeah, Bardstown probably.
Baby pour. Is that good?
That's plenty.
Get you rocking and rolling right away.
Yeah, 90 proof. That's a nice start.
Wow, that smells decent.
It does, like I said, it said these guys were established in 1879. So if they've actually been doing liquor that
Mhm.
long, they must know somewhat what they're doing.
Yeah, I got this stupid cold, so I don't know. I can't really.
It smells good. It does smell good.
Can't pick up too much, but I'm getting like kind of a sweet, maybe like vanilla frosting, maybe. I don't know.
It's got a sweetness to it for sure.
I can't, like I said, I can't really smell much.
Oh man. I'm just gonna whatever I say you're gonna have to believe.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be my nose.
Oh,
for this
pickles and raspberries. No, it's definitely got a sweetness somewhere in between, like kind of probably like a light brown sugar, or possibly like maybe like a vanilla, more like powdered sugar, almost like.
Okay. Like confectionery.
Yeah.
Sugar.
It's nice. I mean,
Icing.
it's got a nice. I mean, it's 90 proof, man. You ain't gonna.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nothing off-putting or anything. It's not
Okay.
ethanol-y, which I wouldn't expect. But
I would guess it's
Smells pretty
probably
good.
on the low end for age.
yeah, I mean,
I'm
there's
just
not going to be
guessing.
no statement, I would assume.
No. Aged in American oak. That's it.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, I see this stuff around all the time. It's like their lower priced, the one low price bottle from Kentucky Owl,
Yeah.
and I don't know exactly what. I'm assuming it's. We'll see if it's worthy of just sipping, but
Mm-hmm.
at that price, obviously you can, even if it's not the best stuff on earth, just go ahead and mix it.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. It's sweet, but it's good. It's
It doesn't seem bad.
no, not at all. It's relatively smooth. It doesn't immediately just go away. It's got a little bit of a linger.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a one note deal. I mean, it's sweet. It's got
Yeah.
a nice sweetness to it. I'm not against that by any means. I think it's, not very oaky.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Smooth.
Yeah, to me, I mean, I said I can't really taste or smell very good either, but I'm getting just a little bit of, just maybe a hint of oak, maybe a little, like you said, brown sugar,
Yeah.
maybe a little spice in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's got everything you kind of want in it. It's
Mhm.
nothing, nothing's going to blow your mind, but for the price, I mean, I think the stuff's usually only 30 some bucks.
Yeah, okay,
Like 30, maybe 35 or 40 possibly.
normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So which either way though, I mean, you can absolutely sip on it if you want. There's
Sure.
it is not bitter, it's not
Mm-hmm.
ethanol-y or anything like that. It's actually pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
So well, that makes me more excited to try some of their other stuff because like I said, the price points is what usually puts me off. Everything they got is expensive.
Yeah. Yep.
except for this one. And I don't think this is going to represent, I'm assuming it's not going to represent their higher, end stuff, but maybe, maybe maybe their stuff's sweet. Maybe that's their,
I've had a higher end, one of the higher end Kentucky Owl bottles. I don't remember which one it was, but I remember it being, like sweeter vanilla oak, pretty, but in a richer way,
sure,
a deeper,
sure,
flavor to it. I'm sure the proof was higher,
yeah.
So it's probably fairly representative of a lower proof,
version of their
stuff,
one.
A little younger.
I'll have to try to see if I can pick up a bottle, especially if I can find one at a good price. But like I said, even $100 is still, it's got to be pretty good to me. It's got to be pretty special.
It does,
and I don't.
We say that all the time.
Know. Yeah, I'll have to look at some reviews and stuff and see what they say. I almost see the majority of the time I see it. I see the confiscated, the one that's got like the tan brown label.
Okay,
and then I see that Tokaji barrel one quite a bit now too.
Okay,
but the confiscated is like that's the one I generally see all the time. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I don't know if you see this stuff and it's on sale.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you see it for $22.
Yeah,
like fun, so.
That's good to put on your shelf. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that stuff at all. I think it's
it would make a good. We always talk about pretty much only a couple different cocktails, but
yeah,
I think for summertime, I honestly think it would make a really good like julep.
Oh, sure.
It'd make a nice mint julep.
Yeah, I was drinking this weekend. I was looking up cocktails. I had my mom and stepfather over, and I wanted to make some bourbon cocktails. And I was looking on Maker's Mark website, and they have a really good like cocktail recipe book.
Okay, cool.
And we were making a drink called a Red Raider, and it was basically it was bourbon, fresh squeezed lemon, Cointreau or Cointreau, however you say, the orange liqueur.
Yep.
Put it over ice in a shaker, shake the bejeez out of it, fill a glass like 3/4 of the way. 1 squirt of grenadine just for the color to make it the Red Raider, a little bit of cherry sweetness.
Yep.
And then pour some sour power or some 50-50 on.
Nice.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And this would lend the sweetness where I could even use less of the grenadine.
Sure.
That's where I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of that brown sugar in there with it, but the lemon and the bourbon and the cherry, it was awesome.
Cool.
They're so good. You look like a clown drinking them because they're like pretty bright chartreuse. I think is that the pink. Like reddish, yeah, whatever. I don't care. But it tasted delicious. So
yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, but I think this would be a good, for a nice sweet drink.
Yeah,
or an old fashioned.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever.
Yeah, honestly, I would probably give it like a 7.
Yeah, I think for value and for taste and everything, it's across the board. It's really good, man, for a sub $30 bottle.
Absolutely,
very good. Yeah, I'm excited to try their other stuff. So yeah, pick it up if you see it.
Definitely.
I'd say.
Definitely. Cool. I think that's going to do it for this edition of Tim and Shayne Taste Everything. Catch you guys in the next one.